Good morning, this is Stephen DiMartino with NY and JPA Weather, providing a special premium public video discussion specifically focused on the severe thunderstorm threat for today. I wanted to do an update based on what we're seeing right now in the observation to kind of get it out there so everyone is well prepared. Right now, the forecast overall is going along pretty much as expected this morning. We have periods of showers and a few embedded thunderstorms along the coast with the prefrontal trough passing through the region. We have winds from the south-southwest shifting to the southwest at around 10 to 20 miles per hour. Some of the mid-level winds are mixing down, supporting gusts as high as 25 to 30 miles per hour, at times pushing I saw a few rogue 40 mile per hour wind gusts earlier this morning with that jet streak, but now that is starting to push off the coast, which we can see pretty nicely here. We're going to take a look at this data right here. Pull this up. You can see the strongest jet streak here of this entire storm is pushing off the coast, but trouble is brewing off to the west. Now, when we take a look at our radar, there you see all the rain. Okay, and this is the upper level structure here. Okay, so you have your warm air surging northward, your prefrontal trough slash semi-cold front, more dry air than anything else, approaching the region, sending all that precipitation off the coast, and then we get this break. And this break is key because, as you can see with this clearing sky right here over central and western Pennsylvania, if this shifts towards our region, if it shifts towards the Delaware River Valley and New Jersey, what this does is it allows for the atmosphere to warm up pretty significantly, and it destabilizes the atmosphere, which introduces the potential for thunderstorms later on this afternoon and the evening. But there's a hitch. You see, while this is happening, other features that would support severe thunderstorms are also progressing to the east pretty quickly. One of those features would be the strong 500 millibar PVA. Now, this is the water vapor satellite picture. And so what we're essentially seeing here is this upper level low approaching. It's a little bit stronger than what was expected, at least from yesterday's discussion. And this vort right here is what's going to be a bit of an instigator. You see, this feature right here is enhancing the lifting. Your strongest 500 millibar PVA is heading up towards the St. Lawrence River Valley and off the coast. But this feature here is kind of an all or nothing situation here, because what that feature is doing is helping to enhance some of the 850 millibar winds and creating divergence and diffluence aloft, and also creating vertical wind shear in the atmosphere. And that segment is what could produce our severe thunderstorms. Now, when I combine all the features together, the rapidly destabilizing atmosphere and the vertical wind shear, the best potential I'm seeing out of this in terms of timing of everything coming together for our area is going to be right here. The Delaware River Valley, specifically the Delaware River, on to the west. So we'll add in the Catskills here and much of eastern Pennsylvania down into Maryland. I really like that area here because you have your strong vertical wind shear approaching while you start to enhance the mid-level instability in the atmosphere as the heights begin to fall. So your clearing skies will support that increasing instability for far longer. By the time this whole feature reaches New Jersey and the New Jersey coast and New York City metro, we start to see our sunset and we start to lose our low-level instability, and we also have more influence from the Atlantic Ocean. The vertical wind shear is not as dynamic. So what I like here is kind of what some of the model guides are showing. I'm going to show you some of this feature here, and really this is over the next 12 hours. Here we go. Our shortwave approaches. It weakens as it approaches. So again, you're maximizing your best potential for eastern Pennsylvania and then losing it, reducing it as it moves through New Jersey, and it rapidly exits. It goes from a positively tilted trough to a neutral trough, and it opens up from a dynamic upper level low to a trough. So these are weakening features. As far as the 150 millibar winds, you're hearing them outside right now. There's that strong jet streak mixing down to the atmosphere. By the afternoon, that pushes off the coast. We're kind of in a lull. The shortwave that I was showing you at the mid-levels enhances our winds. But by the evening, they subside. Now, we still get that vertical wind shear influence here. So you can't completely discount severe thunderstorms, but it starts to subside. And also your precipitable water values are maximized right now. As we move on through the afternoon, it starts to decline and continues to decline as we head towards the evening hours with some enhancement from the convective lifting. And you can see as far as our Cape values are concerned, not the most impressive. So yes, there is certainly potential here. But there's also kind of an all or nothing feel to this type of weather event here. So when we take a look at the, this should be the NAM model guidance here, the latest one. There's our showers and thunderstorms from this morning. We get our break. If you go into the Yankee game, hey, they should be able to play, no problem. Then here comes our line coming through from 4 to 7 p.m. over eastern Pennsylvania. I think we're going to see the potential here with a nice bow echo. We'll see the potential here for very strong winds over 50 miles per hour, possibly pushing as high as 70 miles per hour. We'll see hail. We'll see frequent lightning. And don't be surprised if we see an isolated tornado somewhere around the Lehigh Valley. Don't be surprised by that because we start to see the wind subside. Should I say the elevation subside and it starts to get a little bit flatter, and we support that potential for some vertical wind shear and some twisting in the atmosphere with these storms. And then that will reach the Delaware River by around 6 p.m. And then from 7 p.m. on through 10 p.m. we have waves of showers and thunderstorms moving through Philadelphia and New York City. Again, some of these storms will reach severe levels, but not all of them because the lifting dynamics will all be weakening at this point. We're losing moisture and we're losing our best lifting dynamics. But still, if I'm going to focus on severe thunderstorms, I think it's going to be here. Mount Pocono, Allentown, Reading, maybe clipping Trenton, to the west of Philadelphia, Harrisburg. You get the idea. That's showing up pretty nicely also on the latest HRR guidance. Again, there's our showers and thunderstorms from this morning. This afternoon we get our break. And then here comes our severe thunderstorms marching their way through. And then watch this. As they move through the Delaware River Valley, they weaken as they approach the coast. But still pretty vigorous. So anyway you slice it, you get a nice little break from about 4 p.m. to about 7 p.m. around the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. So if you have any outdoor plans, that's when to do them. Get inside afterwards. This evening is looking to be rather stormy. I'm expecting these storms, all storms, to produce some very heavy downpours and frequent lightning. Wind gusts over 40 miles per hour would be a high threat. So if you have anything outside, I'd bring it indoors. And also, finally, there is an isolated threat for a tornado developing within these storms. Again, if I was betting, I'd say right here is going to be your best potential. Just to the west of Philadelphia. I wouldn't leave out Trenton here, right in this little nook right here. And then Allentown on southward as well, including Reading. I'd be careful with these thunderstorms based on this setup. That is your video discussion for this morning. I hope everyone stays safe out there, and I will see you on Monday.